Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Duskers. So, the game just updated to Alpha 292, also known as Ship Just Got Real. It's, I think, the follow-up to the previous one, 291, and they basically both share the same theme of this being all about ships. There are ship mods, the modifier points, the built-in things. So there's a cannon mod, for example, that's hardwired into the ship rather than being interchangeable. The slots themselves will now start to wear down in addition to the mods that you can put into the ship slots. So there is even more incentive to keep switching ships as you go along. So we'll see about that. I mean, we just got to a fuel depot, which was added in this update. I think 291 was the future branch release and 292 is the public release of that version. That's why I had already seen this and why you already saw some of it last game. So yeah, the feature was stable enough to go live, it seems. So a fuel depot, it should have more fuel than normal. So we shall see. And also one thing that Tim mentioned in the update, the developer Tim, was that in the overview you now see how much scrap capacity a ship has. Because I'm still playing on a rather old save game, it's still listed at 999 for all the ships, and things that you can't commandeer, like space stations or the fuel depot that I'm at, they don't show scrap because you can't take them over, so there's no point in them having a scrap limit. So that's also something interesting to note. So we'll see if we get enough fuel to jump over to this barge. Would be nice. I mean, it is a fuel depot after all. So last episode I got myself a, what's it called? A stealth mod. Yes, a stealth mod. So Mouse got the stealth mod. So Mouse is gonna be sneaking about with the interface and the gatherer module. So basically just all the scouting Mouse can do with just the stealth mod enabled. And I can hook up the interface to interface modules to see what's happening, to gather intel, to activate defenses, things like that. I can gather up scrap, and I can just stealth to go into rooms that I haven't explored yet. So that means I'm going to be less reliant on the motion sensor that Twiki has. And we have Kelly as basically as our savior in trouble. She's got a shield and a tow. So if any one of the drones gets stuck, we can just burst in there with our big shield, grab whatever drone is in trouble and just yank him out. Well, at least that's the idea. In practice, might turn out to be a little more problematic, but we'll see that. So without further ado, let's go in and see what happens. Scanning inconclusive. One type of infestation, hull integrity medium. We have no clue what it's called. We'll see. Directive is a prisoner transport, one crew, 32 prisoners, logs are corrupted. So, let's see. Let's begin. So, we can gather. There's already scrap over there. Come on, Sarah, get out of the way. Okay. Works. We got some navigation schematics. Okay, so it's a bunch of things. Okay, all the entry rooms should be just visible. There are no visible panels on the wall. Okay, so let's see. Close the door behind us. We do a stealth. So now we are stealthed, and the stealth just slowly ticks down. And you can disable it, and then after a while it will start charging up again. I think it should drains slightly faster than it used to from one of the very early alphas. But the thing is, as I'm stealthed, monsters don't see me, so they don't respond to me the way they normally would. So I can just sneak into a room, see what's up, and then just close the door and stop stuffing. Gather. Let's see, what's the... Also one of the things is now that the fuel point, if you do info on the room, it tells you how much fuel it actually can hold. In this case, once again, it's a legacy save game, so it's 999. Let's see. There is a vent here. There is a vent there. Oh, damn. Let's stuff up. Also, some operations. Oh, let's see. Let's remotely power R2. Yes, and then we can do interface. Interface actually disrupts stealth. Most of the things you do interrupts being stealthed. But the thing we could do is do a ship scan, even though I'm completely blind here due to the broken video feed. We can do a survey. We already found all the rooms, already fully explored everything, so we know exactly what's where, and we didn't find any additional scrap. Though we did find extra scrap in room 2. That's always good. Yeah, man. Thing is, I'm kind of scared that. Okay. So, come on, mouse. Stop being blind. This is. Hey, one door is no longer responding. That's gonna be a problem. How am I gonna undock then? That's very much a problem. Oh, okay, we'll deal with that later. Presumably I'll have to evacuate all the drones to a nearby room. That way I can just undock. I mean, if all the drones are out of here and out of the room and into another place, I can just undock. This room will be airlocked. Everything in it will be broken. So I probably just want to move over there. The room with the vent. Okay. We got power here, but that's, well, as I said, that's a problem for later. So we can stealth up. That also breaks interface. All the doors are closed, so we can just open up D10. Have a look-see. Once again. No scary bits in here. I like rooms without scary bits. Okay, so nothing here, so we can just gather. Okay, and again, gathering terminates stealth. So basically, everything you do, it terminates your stealth. So it's something that you want to be cautious. You can't just plunder a room, activate interfaces while there are swarms of flies next to you. Actually, I think swarms of flies are slightly attracted to the stealth. So if for example there's a swarm of flies over here, they won't see you. But they might just feel attracted to you, so they'll feel more inclined to swarm over. And if they hit you, I think they will actually break the stealth. So that's something to be cautious of. It's not invincibility, it's just they don't instantly spot you and go for you, so you have more opportunities to navigate around obstacles and things like that. So I've explored all the rooms except for this one. Okay. So then we go for the last one. Probably something in here. That's what jump pot. Okay, yeah, you can go over here. You can go over here. And I can do this. That's the door behind me. Got 50% remaining. Let's double check that indeed he was all by himself in here. From the looks of it, he really was. we can do a gather all, that the first time we pick something up it will break stealth. But the nice thing is that the monster is there and we've locked him in. So if we do a4, e4, we should have flushed him out. And because the exposure was only very briefly, we don't have any radiation in here. So if I do another stealth, d7, and double check that indeed the thing is gone. Excellent. Okay, so this is basically why I've been wanting a stealth module for the entire gameplay session, because the stealth module, it really allows you a different way to play the game. I've been exploring things, I've been basically taking risks. I mean, without the stealth module I would have been going in blind. I would have been risking myself, that jumper guy, he would have actually just bounced on top of me before I probably saw him, so I would have lost mouse. That would not have been a good thing. In this case, not so bad. Okay, so let's see if we can safely gather our drones. So we've got the scrap. Okay. So let's see, we've got this area remotely powered. So if we do a d6, d8, navigate 1 and 2 to room 2. Actually, navigate 3 and 4 to room 2 as well. Everybody go to room 2. Okay. Okay, then we can close door 8. So all the drones are now in one room. We have this remotely powered, and this is now completely exposed to the elements. Then we should be able to say, well, dock on A2. And this is a safety precaution because we have a door open, but we can't lock it. So yeah, we have to do it again. That means this is getting flooded with radiation. Radiation is going to continue flooding, but the thing is we can just open up A2 and we can win it. And everybody will exit into our ship and go while this entire ship or fuel depot thing is going to hell. And then we exit with all the scrap, with all the fuel. Well, actually it's... Oof, that's actually pretty good. We got two extra jump fuels. Did I completely look over this little bits? That's 2 jumps, that's a lot. I mean, the bomb propulsion fuel, it's not gonna get us anywhere, but 2 jumps, that's huge. Okay, but I'm at +5. Can I go here? Ah, cool. I didn't realize that this was actually in addition to what I already have. So that means I can actually go, continue later on. But this is a class A. I think this was a class C. So the class C's are very tiny. Space station before that was also pretty tiny. But the class A is going to be almost a 30-minute playthrough. So I'm gonna call this a very brief episode. Well, very brief for my usual lengths. And the next time we're gonna dive into this class A barge. And yeah, so let's actually see how much damage we've done to the modules. That's might be a good one. I mean, I've been using the stealth module pretty extensively. It now has been used once and it has a 4.8% chance of failure, which is pretty reasonable. And it's slightly more than what a motion sensor would have. Not as much as a generator, because a generator is just a staple. And the gatherer and the interface are also as standard. For the stealth module, you have the opportunity of converting it to something that lasts longer but recharges very quickly, which is potentially useful. And we can, of course, rat-proof the shield. So even if rooms have been flooded with radiation, we can actually just still go through and the shield will protect us. Also, this is pretty cool. Have the shield recharge itself at the expense of health. I think it halves the health pool or something. So instead of 500 you only have 250. But if it recharges itself, it works similar to a stealth field, which is pretty cool. Because most of the time you don't want the shield for long sustained fights. You just want it to get in and out of trouble. It fulfills a similar role to the stealth in that regard. So, but that's options for another time. I'm also kind of tempted to have a look at increasing the speed of mouse. I mean, mouse is our scout, so we're gonna run around a lot. Or repair the video signal. The choices. I mean, going blind while scouting, really not a good thing, and kind of disruptive for gameplay. So let's actually prioritize this. And if I actually have another 5 scrap to spare, I'm gonna boost the speed of mouse. So that way we can just sneak through rooms like an actual mouse. And use the stealth field to just go in, go out, double check, and just evade things and basically be able to outrun things if they actually start chasing us or are on a collision course, because swarms are really fast. So yeah, well, that's it for this episode. So I thank you once again very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the difference in gameplay style that the stealth module offers. I'm really excited about it, so I am actually pretty stoked for going through this very large Class A barge to see what's in here and how I can just use stealth to the maximum. So future gameplay, I'll probably rely less on the motion sensor. Might still use it just to map out large rooms, but especially with a lot of rooms becoming unscannable, motion sensor isn't very reliable. It's helpful. It's very good for setting up basically ambushes. If I got spot turrets somewhere and I can sensor some things and see where things are going, open doors, close doors, then it helps very well with corralling things. But the stealth module is just going to make life a lot easier, because then I can just go in, double check, if there's nothing there, good, I didn't waste a motion sensor. So yeah, well, I think I'm saying it once again. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.